1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the Mental Reps podcast, featuring your host, Brian Wright.
To be on the fucking Tonight Show. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Our guest this episode is comedian Sean Finnerty.
I blacked out for the first 45 seconds.
For real?
You pull back that curtain, and the next thing I remember, I'm 45 to a minute into my set.
Oh, shit.
This week's episode is sponsored by the Field Irish Pub and Eatery, a little piece of island in South Florida.
By the way, there was also so many instructions I got that I just blatantly ignored. Not intentionally, of course. One was like, don't look directly in the camera. You want to scan like the third, fourth row. I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm staring in the camera. And the other tip he gave me was, it's going to take Jimmy a minute to get to you. Don't be looking, waiting to see where he is. Of course, as soon as I finish, I'm like, Jimmy? What? Are you coming?
Where's Jimmy?
Come on over here, Jimmy, will you?
Like you're Johnny Carson calling him over to your couch?
Yeah.
Now fade out that fresh as beat, and let's get this bitch on the road.
Welcome to Mental Reps Podcast. I'm Brian Wright. What is up, fam? I hope you're happy and healthy. Thank you for listening, watching the show. You know I appreciate you. Quickly at the top, I'm pumped to say my girlfriend and I, we're going to Colorado in a few weeks. We're going to go visit Boulder, where she grew up, and she's going to show me around her old stomping ground and shit. She has a ton of places she wants to take me. So I'm pretty much leaving all the plans up to her. But if you live in Boulder or you know the area, I want to know where I can get the best sandwich. You know I'm a sandwich enthusiast to the core. Like some would say, even a hoagie connoisseur of sorts. And I need intel, man. Like, point me in the right direction. Shoot me an email at mentalrepspodcast@gmail.com or find me on social media under @BMW I take my sandwiches seriously. That will never change. And I need that 411. So help a brother out. I had a great conversation today with an Irish brethren. Good dude. We have that Shamrock comedy show coming up at the Field Irish Pub and Eatery on Tuesday, February 15th. Tickets available on Eventbrite. We get into that among many other things. Great show today. I had a lot of fun talking to this guy. But before we get into the show, I want to tell you about our new Patreon page. I have tiers starting as low as $3. It all adds up and goes a long way. I know it might sound crazy, but if I can get enough people to toss me a few bucks a month, you know what I'm saying? It's a massive help to me. And honestly, it doesn't cost a lot to put out a podcast, but to put out a quality one, it takes a little more money and a lot more time. So any support you can throw my way, it does not go unnoticed. I fucking love you. You know that. And same goes for Frank Rogers, the very first Patreon, Lily Skipper, my OG ride or dies. I fucking appreciate you and love you guys. Also, go to mentalreps.net. See all the upcoming events. Go to the contact page and sign up for free tickets to upcoming shows, including the one with my next guest as headliner, Shamrock Comedy Club at the Field Irish Pub and Eatery in Fort Lauderdale, Tuesday, February 15th. Ticket link in the description. I'm telling you, best kept secret in South Florida. Go get them tickets right now. They start at $7.50. Or sign up for our weekly drawings at mentalreps.net and win your way in. My guest today, hilarious comedian of Irish descent, Mr. Sean Finnerty. I was convinced he had done some acting before, which he hasn't. So it started off on a really nice, awkward note. But we breezed right past that and got into a great chat. Really stand-up guy. Talking about him growing up in Ireland, his what he calls cripplingly supportive parents, and how he made his way to Orlando, got into comedy, his experience on The Tonight Show. He opened up for Mick Foley and he performed at the Friars Club. A lot of cool stuff. It was a fun chat. Great guy, so I'm really pumped for you to take a listen. But first, you thought we couldn't get any more Irish around here. I have to tell you about my spot, the official sponsor of Mental Reps Podcast and South Florida's authentic Irish Pub and Eatery, The Field, the best damn Irish pub in South Florida. This is my home. Multiple bars, Guinness that tastes like it's from Aphrodite's supple nipple. I don't know how they do it. It just tastes better than anywhere else. The best Irish American cuisine I've ever had, like shepherd's pie, bangers and mash, the corned beef, the cabbage, Irish potato soup, but also steaks, chops, fresh seafood, and vegan options. So no excuses for your emaciated, fedora-wearing friends. Live music Wednesday through Sunday, lots of Irish music. Tuesday nights belong to me there. We always have a good time. I am either putting on comedy shows, themed trivias, live podcasts, so come say hi, meet the neighbors. But if you're staying in and still want that authentic Irish experience, fear not, love. Go to thefieldfl.com, enter code word reps20 for 20% off your entire online order. Again, thefieldfl.com, code word reps20. All right. You're going to like this dude. Salt of the earth, sweetheart kind of guy, but do not mistake his kindness for weakness, though. He will rip you a new asshole if you give him a good excuse. He's a roast master and a hilarious comedian. Enjoy my chat with Sean Finnerty. Welcome to Mental Reps Podcast. I'm here with actor and comedian Sean Finnerty. What's up, brother? How you doing, dude?
How's it going? Never acted in my life.
I thought you were on Hulu and Amazon.
Oh, I was on a TV show on Amazon. Yeah, I was the host of it. It's one of the worst shows
That's
ever
technically
made.
That's technically an acting cred, though, isn't it? A hosting gig, technically.
I guess so. Listen,
maybe it was a little generous.
That thing was so loose. I could basically just do whatever I wanted. No instructions, no idea. One day, here's a fun one for you. So it was basically like an Amazing Race type show, right?
Mm-hmm.
But far, far worse. And one day they had me on. I was basically interviewing the cars as they'd pull up to the start line, right? Interviewing the people in the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, for the live stream for 3 hours, I just started making up Irish phrases as I talked to them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
They don't know any better.
And I kept saying, like, as we say at home. So I'd be like, as we say at home, that's like two cats in a river. You know what I mean?
And they're like, oh, really? Yeah. Is that an Irish proverb? Yeah.
That famed Irish proverb. Yes.
I love the fact that you're coming to the field right off the bat. I mean, this, you see behind me, this is a green screen, but this is the place. This is the view from the stage. And there's a whole other section over here, which you'll see, but it is such an awesome place, Shamrock Comedy Club. And if anybody's never been there, it's at the Field Irish Pub and Eatery on Griffin down here. It is I really think it's like a hidden gem down here, dude. You're going to love it. Everybody says it's kind of like the Cellar, but with better food. It's got low ceilings, no windows anywhere. You can see no windows, and people just come to laugh, man. And it's like a really good spot. And that's February 15th at 8 o'clock, your show.
February 15th, 8 o'clock. Yeah. How many can you fit in there?
About 150. It's not a gigantic place, but I love it because it makes it more intimate. And the people who come really love it. Again, the tickets, you can find tickets at Eventbrite, or you search Shamrock Comedy Club or Sean Finnerty, and they'll pop up.
I think it's up on my Instagram right now. Sean Finnerty, SeanyFinnerty. I was about to share Christoph's post about it, but he wrote February 11th in it. It's so funny. He wrote February 11th and shared a poster that says February 15th.
Good job, Christoph. No, that's cool, dude. I mean, it happened. As much as, like, I hate to say it's part of the job now, we have to post about these things, and that shit just happens. So it's like, when I see it, I try not to give people a hard time, but
I try to do the old, 3 for them, 1 for you. You know, you throw out a couple of zingers, a couple little funny things to keep them entertained, and then every fourth post you just lob in promos.
Yeah. That's actually I kind of like that formula. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's start just really quick, because I know we don't have a lot of time. You grew up in Ireland, right?
Yes.
And what part exactly?
I grew up in Longford. It's a county right in the middle, like between Dublin and Galway. But my family all live down in Cork now, down in the southwest, and went to college in Limerick, University of Limerick. What a great name for a college.
Oh, that's great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I did the ancestry.com thing. Turns out like I'm almost 70%, which is quite a bit Irish. And we come from, is it Connacht or Connacht?
Connacht. Oh, Connacht, yeah.
Yeah, Connacht. That's Connacht, where all my family supposedly comes from, in that area there.
Almost 70%. Any chance it's 69?
How dare you?
All right, we're having fun.
How dare you? We like to have fun on this show. We like to have
my
fun.
dad is from Connacht. He's from a place called Galway.
It's where they built the Titanic, by the way.
Yeah. He's from Loughrea in County Galway. So whenever I go home, I usually make a trip up that way. They still have a house there.
Dude, I love that. Okay, so me and my girlfriend, we're planning on going up there hopefully by the end of the year, if not maybe 2023, but at the latest. How long do we need and where do we have to go?
I mean, look, you can pack it into a week for sure, but ideally you're gonna want 10 days to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, depending on how much time you have, 10 days would be a good stint.
Mhm.
You're gonna want to hit up most of the stuff you're gonna want to see is gonna be close to the coast, you know. So you could go up as far as Donegal, which is beautiful, but if you can't make it that far, you definitely want to hit Galway City. It's probably my favorite city in the world, honestly. Galway City, Mayo has some beautiful spots. Then you head further down the coast. You want to hit up Cork, Kerry. That's, just beautiful scenery. It's nice, like touristy area. I mean, you're going to fly into Dublin, so you're going to see it anyway. So you might as well check that out.
Of course.
Dublin is cool, but it's not. It's more of a city feel, whereas the rest of it feels a little bit more untouched. You know what I mean?
I like that. And mom and dad are still out there, you said?
Yeah, they live in Cork down there, about 10 minutes outside of Cork City, down in the southwest.
Siblings? You still have siblings out there?
Yeah. My sister lives in Cork as well. My brother's in Australia picking flowers or something. I don't really know.
Are you serious? Well, how do you get out to Australia?
Dude, it's wild, man. So I tell jokes for a living. My brother picks flowers or vegetables or something, and my sister has her doctorate.
Holy shit.
There's like a real inequity, imbalance in the Finnerty household, We got
a wide spectrum.
This one shining light and then the two dum-dums.
Dude, I love that though, man. That's like a nice little mix. So your parents, they got a little bit of everything. They're happy and proud. You still keep up with them and everything?
Oh yeah. Would you believe I chatted to them both today?
Oh, okay. So yeah, you said, I think it's on your Twitter or something, that they were cripplingly supportive.
Oh, dude, they're the best, man. Like honestly, the product of two cripplingly supportive parents. That's right. Yeah. No, they just, like, my dad lives in a different continent to me, and he's probably seen me perform like 30, 40 times.
Wow.
Sometimes he did a 4-run tour with me in Ireland, like drove to all 4 shows, watched all 4 shows. And recently I went back to do a European tour in November. Both my parents came out for the first leg of it. So they went to they saw me in Bratislava, Vienna, Linz, Salzburg. And,
man, how cool is that? Oh, so
enjoying
cool.
Retired life there.
Yeah. So how'd you, real quick, how'd you make your way over to Orlando of all places and get into comedy?
I made my way to Orlando because my van broke down there.
Seriously?
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, that's
on a
great.
road trip with a
Where were
friend
you headed?
That we didn't know.
Oh, okay.
So we got our answer. Yeah. We left New York, stopped in a bunch of cities, just basically like a month on the road, checking out all these places. Went as far as Key West, and we're like, well, we're not living here. So we would have been like gone crazy, I'd say, after 6 months in Key West, So we start making our way back up, break down outside of Orlando, get the van fixed. We're like, well, sure, we're here now, and I don't know how much further it's going to make it. So like 2 days later, I got a job at a bar called Scruffy Murphy's and ended up living there for 3.5 years.
Holy shit. I love that story, man. Very cool. And then you ended up... Go ahead.
3 weeks after I moved there, I started doing stand-up.
Okay. Very cool. And then you ended up, so you got up on like local places around, you start up at open mics, kind of work your way up to the improvs, etc. Very cool.
Yeah. So 3.5 years. By the time I left Florida, I was getting booked for a lot of headlining gigs. Listen, you know the way it is, 3.5 years in. What happened to me was I got the house MC gig at Gregory's in Cocoa Beach. So I was like working out material in front of new crowds every night. And
awesome.
I was a bit lazy with the writing, so I used to just do a bunch of crowd work. So then when it came time to get booked to headline, I just go up there and just chat for 45 minutes. Just fill 25 of it, just roasting people.
Yeah, I like that though, man. Real quick, I did want to ask you about Mick Foley, because I have a friend, Kid Cadet, who's like actually friends with him. He actually officiated their wedding, and they're buddies. How did you end up opening for that guy? Because I know you were like you became pretty big in Orlando, like you were saying.
I'm glad you mentioned that your friend is good friends with him, so I don't just shit on Mick Foley now. Good that you said that up front. Although even if I wanted, I couldn't, because he was the sweetest guy. I opened for him he's a sold out Wednesday night at Grandview Live in Daytona Beach. And low key, I've been like a big wrestling fan all my life.
I love it.
But I didn't even bring it up. I didn't even mention it, because I just didn't want to be that guy. And we were, it was like, we were peers. We're working together. This is cool. I don't need to bombard you with that, But he said to me, "Oh, I'm just getting ready for my taping on Friday in Orlando for the WWE Network. I'm recording a special." And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I'd love to go check that out." And he goes, "Well, I mean, it's going to be the same stuff you'll see tonight, but I'll get you free tickets if you want. Take down my phone number." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So, I take down his phone number, right? Send him a text the next day. I was like, "Hey man, any chance if you get me those 2 tickets, that'd be amazing." He goes, "Shouldn't be a problem. They'll be waiting for you at call." I show up. I go, 2 tickets. I think Mick left them in for me. And this lady is like looking around. She can't seem to locate these tickets. She checks one area, checks another. I wasn't panicked at all. If anything, I was way too cool about it. I just go, "Oh, I mean, I can show you the text if you want to see it." Of course, anyone could save a number as Mick Foley,
See, he texted me.
Yeah, but this guy came over all like official WWE like uniform and everything, comes over, looks at the phone, types in the number into his phone and goes, "Yep," and just slides me 2 tickets.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
And then actually during the special, I ended up asking him a question. So technically one of my credits is appeared on the WWE Network.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's fun. Yeah,
it was real cool too. It was real cool because when he does like a Q&A section at the end, and he was like, any questions? And, I'm there, and this guy comes over. He's like, "What's your question?" Like off mic, as in like, "Don't ask that too dodgy," And I was like, I was just going to ask him like, if he found any parallels between wrestling and comedy, or something like that. He's like, "Yeah, cool." So this guy comes over, WWE mic right up to the face, and it was like, "What's your name?" And I go, "Sean Finnerty." And then Mick, who had worked with me 2 days earlier, was like, "Oh, hey, Sean." I was like, "Hey, Mick, how are you getting on?" So, like, if you were watching it, it just looks like we're like old friends.
Oh man, that's gotta be so awesome, dude. I mean, I have some friends who are super into wrestling. I'll admit, I never really got into it, but I have friends who are really, really, really into it, and I respect the craft, and I respect what showmen they are and what hard workers they are, and that's pretty damn cool. I know that he just seems like an absolute sweetheart of a guy. He's kind of like a gentle giant. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about Friar's Club. I've always been curious about Friar's Club. Were you able to perform there, or did you just go there, or were you a member, or what?
I performed there. I was good friends with a guy who was a member of the Friars Club. He's a comedian in New York. Actually, I want to give him a shout out. Turner Sparks is his name. He's absolutely hilarious. He's got I think he's recording his second album soon enough. So if you look up Turner Sparks, give him a follow, go check him out. He's hilarious.
Cool.
Because he was a member, he started booking a show at the Friars Club, and that place it's incredible. It's almost like strange being there, it's like this whole like other world that you just don't expect to be in. So I walked in, and there's, it's all these like swanky and suave and businessmen, and I'm just hearing like a t-shirt.
Yeah. And, can I get a pint? Yeah.
Point to Carlsberg there, please.
Yeah.
And so they were amazing, and it was honestly, I'm glad you asked. That might have been the best show I've ever done in New York.
Really?
Yeah, it was just murdering. Like,
how big is the room?
Had like 90, 100 people just packed in there. It was like it's not a huge room, the one we were in. It was incredible. And like, I don't mean like I crushed, I mean everyone crushed. Like, it was just one of those shows where the level was just a decibel that you're just not used to. It was incredible.
That feels good. That's gotta feel good. And you, that's like you're chasing that dragon. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. And one other thing, afterwards, the guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, by the way, thanks a million for performing here. I'm one of the curators and one of the people in charge of it." He goes, if you ever want to try and get a membership, I think you'd be a great fit here. And I was like, I think we both know that's not true.
Yeah. What is like the qualifications that you need, or how does that work? Or how do you need to be?
10 million?
Is it a money thing?
Look, I don't know because I didn't pursue it, but I could hit up Turner and ask him.
Yeah. I just always kind of found that fascinating. It's like, I know a decent amount about it, but I also know nothing about it. It's kind of, one of those things. But
I think that's the way they like it, honestly. They like the mystique of it all.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. You're probably right about that. Yeah. One more thing or a couple things before we get to these last. I got like a segment or two we do just to have fun before I end the conversation. But you performed at Laugh Your Asheville Off a couple of years ago, and I actually used to live in Asheville or just outside of Asheville when I was a teenager. First off, how beautiful is that area out there? It's kind of like a new hip, like mountainy San Francisco or something, but better. There's still kind of like, they like their guns still there. But,
I once described it as it's like the transgendered bathroom in the trailer park that is North Carolina. It's like it's so hippy dippy and like free and whatever. And then you go 5 minutes out the road and it's like ding-a-ling, ding, 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 ding.
Dude, and I lived in, that's where our family lived. It was like a little pristine area of land, but it was all surrounded by just like absolute dueling banjo status. And you drive about 25 minutes into Asheville and you go on Tunnel Road and you do the whole thing and you check it out. But I love that area. It's so different and unique and it's growing so much. Yeah. How long ago was that? And I know that you have it on your official bio. I didn't, to be honest with you, I've never even heard of it before. Is that like a yearly thing that they're doing or what?
Yeah, it's a yearly festival. Laugh Your Asheville Off. Yeah, I think they changed the name. It might be Asheville Comedy Festival now, but it's an annual festival and it's a really great festival. Like they have this theater that I think holds about 600 people and you get a great tape from it. And yeah, it is a good time. And it was one of the festivals that I was more pleased with getting into, I felt like it had good credibility to it. I've done a lot of them now. I've had a good time at a lot of festivals, but I'm kind of at the stage now where it's just like, it's not, I don't see the value. Basically, I'm spending money to take a weekend off making money.
Copy that. That's
kind of how I feel. And you know what? But I still strongly recommend comics do a lot of festivals. But it's like I'm at the stage in comedy now where if you threw a city at me, I'd be like, okay, I can figure out a contact there and make some money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people also, when they're throwing festivals, I get that you want to do it on the weekend, but you're fucking those comedians by being able to go and get get paid on that weekend for that one set. So if anything, do it on like a Wednesday or something like that where people can still do their shit on the weekends.
I mean, I get it, and it's good for networking and meeting comics, but I know enough at this point. And also, it's always like, and then the industry, and then you show up, and the industry is like someone who books a bar show.
Exactly.
And I'm not talking about specific festivals there.
So true. Most definitely.
By the way, I'm going to give you a real shout out. I like your line of questioning. This is not paint by numbers.
Oh, thank you, man. I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah, no, like I said, it's more like a conversation, and I just find it interesting. I'm a big fan of comedy. I started off down here. Do you know who Paul Castronovo is? He's a big radio guy down here. And I started off as an intern for him back in over a decade ago, 15 years ago. And started growing my book, and I tried comedy myself. I love it. I had a blast, but out of respect to true comedians, I don't try or call myself a comedian. I obviously book and produce shows, but I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm going to go up and do 5 at the top of every show. That's the only show I'm ever going to do. And I'm just going to subject this crowd to my fucking 5 minutes every time they come. I don't like that.
Just when I thought I couldn't like you more. There's nothing worse than that booker who just wanted to be a comedian so bad that the only reason he books is to get his 20 minutes every. And they're always the guy who's like, yeah, I'll go up and do 5 up top, and they're up there for like 40 minutes.
Yes, man.
Just
I hate that
chewing
person
up
too.
stage time with their same book jokes from the 70s.
Dude, honestly, yeah, that is my fear. I never want to become that guy. And, I have enough other stuff going on that, like, it's like, if I were ever going to add something else, it would be doing comedy, but out of respect to the art form and the people who do it, I don't call myself a comic. I've done it before, but yeah, I love producing shows. I love working with comics. And I like helping the scene down here because South Florida, we have a lot of talent down here. And I really do believe that it's like a little well that could be picked from, that some of these people are going to take off. And you're one of them. Obviously, you're already on your way. And I just think that whatever we can do to kind of help that is a beautiful thing. And I know some people might think like, okay, whatever, they're going to keep chugging along and do, but if I can have a good mic, a good show where I pay people well, it's consistent, we treat people right, they're paid, we give them valet, we pay, it's all the shit, and they want to come and perform, and we can all keep kind of building this thing up here, because I can't stand also these people who undercut each other and they become really competitive, and it's like, why can't there be enough for everybody here, and why can't we help each other out?
I'll tell you, I have the exact same attitude. Just today, there was a club that I headlined last year, and it's actually one of my favorite clubs to perform at, Side Splitters in Tampa. So I was lucky enough to, I kind of worked my way up there. They gave me a headlining weekend last year, which I was delighted to get. And just to give you an example of how I think, we can all share and benefit from each other, I would love to get back there and headline again this year, but I've been talking to a friend of mine, and we're going to do, we have this thing called the Real Irish Comedy Tour. We usually do it in March, but then we have other stuff throughout the year. And so I passed on the contact, and now we're going to do do our own night there together, because for me, it's like,
very cool.
Yeah. It's like share the experience. And also like, we sell out a Thursday night, who knows, with a good door deal, that could be as much money as I'd make in a weekend anyway. So you bring people in, you help each other out, and it benefits you all,
Most definitely. And again, just a reminder, everybody, Shamrock Comedy Club, February 15th. Sean's going to be headlining. We got Christoph Jean, who's a hilarious feature. Connie Fernandez is going to be a guest, and Danny Fallon, very funny local comedian, who's going to be the host. And again, you can find tickets at Eventbrite. I'm going to have a little link in the description. People can find them there. So you mentioned that. What are some of your other goals for 2022? That's something else that we kind of like to focus on a little bit on this show, is keeping it positive and talking about like what we have planned coming up.
Then I got great news to you. I've already completed all my goals for the year.
Did you really? Get the fuck out of here. All right. Well, you are a comedian, so I don't know whether I should take that.
Yeah. Is that you're just being lazy, Sean? No, do you know what, man? I got an incredible schedule for the year. If I don't book another gig for the year, I'm fine.
Beautiful. Awesome.
I also got like I kind of got a TV thing coming up too, which I'm excited about.
And you said you weren't an actor.
No, so this is stand-up.
Okay. God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
I'll be doing a set for stand up live from Nashville. It's a thing that tapes out of Zanies, and it'll be airing on Peacock. Yeah.
Very cool on Peacock. Yeah. Oh, dude, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
And I know how that is. You don't want to tell, like, it's like after you've been through that enough, it's like some things fall through and you're hesitant about what you want to tell people about, but that's very, very cool, man.
Well, the good news about this is if it falls through, they can't take the Tonight Show away from me. I already did that.
That's also very true, man. That's so cool, man. I mean, to be on the fucking Tonight Show. Can you tell us a little bit, because I know we only got like a few more minutes here, but tell us a little bit about that experience.
I blacked out for the first 45 seconds.
For real? Like you can't remember it?
You pull back that curtain, and the next thing I remember, I'm 45 to a minute into my set.
Oh shit! Holy shit! It's like psychedelic.
I felt this like buzzing in the side of my head, and I was like, "Oh, okay, here we are, doing this. All right."
Wow. He seems like he's very generous though, so and welcoming and like
incredible.
Yeah, he made you feel good.
It was around the time of the floods in Puerto Rico, and as soon as the show ended, he had to fly out to do a benefit over there. He had to fly basically straight after the show. He was flying out, and the taping was delayed, and he delayed it like 10 minutes longer just to come chat to me and ring.
Oh man, that's cool. I like
incredible
that.
Guy.
I like that a lot.
Just a real sweetheart of a guy.
Very cool. Very cool. You know, not a lot of them. Well, let's just say they're not all like that. The hosts and all that shit. Some of these guys you'd like to think that they're all like that, but they're not. I can tell you that.
Yeah, here's another bit of inside baseball for you too. This is great because this is the stuff you don't really hear about. I skipped the joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. It was just this like 30-second thing I was using to like say, bring two pieces together and keep it moving. And as soon as I had a cue card, right? And the cue card had 5 words on it, just my 5 jokes, right? And the only time I looked at the cue card was the second I realized, oh no, you just skipped a bit. Right?
Oh fuck!
And so I glanced for a second, and I had this while on taping live. I have this moment in my head where I'm like, "You get back to this, yeah." And I was like, "No, the closer is the closer.
Yeah. Power through."
So I get off, right? Jimmy comes up. By the way, there was also, I'll tell you this real quick. There was so many instructions I got that I just blatantly ignored, not intentionally, of course. One was like, don't walk out with the mic raised. You've got like, a 30-foot walk. You look like an idiot. Sean comes storming out. How's it going? Right? He goes, don't look directly in the camera. You want to scan like the 3rd, 4th row. I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm staring in the camera. I skip a joke. And then I finish my set. That's my time, blah, blah. And the other tip he gave me was, it's going to take Jimmy a minute to get to you. Don't be looking, waiting to see where he is. Of course, as soon as I finish, I'm like, huh? Jimmy? What? Are you coming?
Where's Jimmy? What?
Where's Jimmy? Come on over here, Jimmy, will you? So he shakes my hand.
You're Johnny Carson calling him over to your couch?
Yeah. He shakes my hand, tells me fantastic job.
Yeah.
Feels real good. He runs up through the steps. The show ends. A lady comes to escort me, and the booker is standing right by the edge. He goes, you missed a bit. And
you weren't supposed to notice that.
I go, was that okay? And he goes, no, it's fine. You came in perfect on time. What he didn't realize was I didn't mean was that okay that I skipped a bit. I genuinely meant like, did Sean do good?
You're like a golden retriever. Like, did I do okay?
Yeah, so funny. Yeah.
Oh man, very cool. I mean, it's gotta be surreal, like almost psychedelic, walking onto that and just going through that whole process. I mean, with all the history behind it,
Incredible. Yeah, I went for dinner with my parents. They flew over from Ireland to see it, of course. And
damn, you do have cripplingly fucking supportive parents. That's great.
Incredible. I went for dinner with them and my girlfriend and 2 of my close friends. And I'd say about 8 minutes after we got to the restaurant, I was on my 2nd pint. I'm just like, I was just like, holy shit! Yeah. I just did the Tonight Show. I'm just like choked, man. And I wouldn't mind. I hadn't drank for 3.5 months at that point.
Well, that's a good time to start right there, dude. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Do you have to? I know you got to get going soon. You have a couple more minutes, or are we putting it, or is it a little close?
Let's do something else real quick.
Okay, we're going to do something real quick. It's I'm going to skip one of the other things we do. It's called Hater Hall of Fame, but we're going to go right into Mental Reps Questionnaire, and it's just got a short intro here.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
Why so serious?
What's in the box?
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Answer the question, Claire.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Is Darth Vader my father?
For real, B? I want answers.
Without a good question, a good answer has no place to go. It's time for the Mental Reps Questionnaire.
All right. If you could meet anyone, current or historical, and spend the day picking their brain, who would it be?
I'm just going to go with the first person that came to mind, Muhammad Ali.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Muhammad Ali. If you had one round trip ticket in a time machine, when and where would you go?
Ticket in a time machine.
When and where?
I would go to USA 94 and watch Ireland beat Romania on penalties.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's another thing. I have a soccer sports segment that we skipped over too. You're a soccer guy?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, I just ordered. I'm a Newcastle fan too. I just ordered my Bruno Guimaraes jersey in the. Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, I gotta have you back on sometime soon. We gotta talk sports and all that shit. Yeah. Okay, if you could create a Woodstock type music festival featuring 5 musical acts from any era, who would they be?
Interesting. Oh,
and I'm very curious about this, being as you're an Ireland boy.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna go with Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin.
Fuck yes.
The Cranberries.
Oh.
Eminem.
Fuck yes. I like Jimi this. Hendrix. Fuck yes, dude. That's a solid ass fucking list. Fuck yeah, dude. I like that a lot. Man. Okay, so you start with oh, by the way, are you familiar with the Irish Rovers?
Yes.
Okay. At this spot right here, Ian Miller, who is the son of the original lead singer, who now took over for his father since his father passed. He tours all around the world with Irish Rovers, and they had to call off of their tour because of all this COVID shit. So he performs here 3 nights a week and just does little acoustic sets.
Oh, that's incredible.
I'm telling you, dude, I try and make sure that I let people know how fucking awesome that is and how lucky we are to have him down here, because he just plays little acoustic sets 3 nights a week.
Incredible. Have you ever had the Young Wolf Tones down there? I think they go by Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones. I'm just wondering because I've done a bunch of gigs with them before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, this I'll definitely check them out, but this is it's such a cool spot, man. I cannot wait for you to check it out. Yeah. Again, February 15th, Eventbrite, Shamrock Comedy Club. Go check it out. Quote of the week: we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. An old Celtic quote from GB Shaw. What do you think about that? You agree with that?
Absolutely. I've never grew up, so.
Right, man. It's like, dude, why would you want to? I mean, dude, it feels good to have your shit more together. That's like growing up, but like keep the mentality of a curious young one.
Dude, and do you know the thing is, man? I got a degree in business, like a degree in finance, and now I my 2 careers since then have been working in a bar and telling jokes.
That should tell you something, dude. I mean, you know what you could do. You could go and pursue finance or whatever like that, and you made a conscious decision that you want to pursue, you know, what you want in your heart and your soul, and I think that's a beautiful thing, dude.
Thank you. What I want in my heart, my soul, pints and jokes. That's it.
Sean Finnerty, comedy.com, Shawnee or Sean Y Finnerty, whatever is easier for you.
I say Shawnee, but so SeanyFinnerty on Instagram. Facebook is just a page. It's just Sean Finnerty, like without the Y, obviously, just a like page. Give it an all thumbs up. Send me a message. Come see me.
Fuck yeah, dude. And we'll see you on the 15th, and we'll definitely have you back on frequently. We got to have you back on the show. Really excited to have you here, man. We're bringing the luck of the Irish to Shamrock Comedy Club. I love it, bro.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man.
All right, buddy. You're in the Mental Reps fam now. Come back anytime. Good luck on your show tonight.
Okay.
Take it easy, brother. Later.